today's Carolina Impact.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Amy Burkett. According to the National Cancer Institute, nearly 2,000 children die of cancer every year in the U.S. 10 years ago, Joe Restano was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer that took his life. Carolina Impact's Tanisha Johnson shows us how Joe's family continues to carry out his last wishes by raising money benefiting rare pediatric cancers.
Get out of the truck, put your hands where I can see them.
Each year, award-winning films debut at the Sundance Film Festival and go on to gross millions of dollars at the box office.
How long before we get kicked off our own property?
I reckon y'all got this place about another week.
The popularity of this film festival got Diane and Mike Restano thinking of ways to honor their son's last wishes. Joe died 7 years ago from a rare form of bone cancer called osteosarcoma.
It was very hard to sit there and witness.
He was 20 and had just finished his first semester at college.
It was like the last thing you'd ever want to experience.
Before Joe's death, he raised money for cancer awareness and research and donated it to the Levine Children's Hospital. Diane says he wanted her to continue raising support after his death, so they made a pact.
He and I had a long talk about raising funds for these cancers, trying to make a difference in their treatments. So I promised him I would raise money. I didn't know what I was going to do, but in my living room, over a glass of wine with my husband and my neighbor, we came up with a film festival.
8 months later, the Restanos hosted the JoeDance Film Festival in their backyard. They showed movies on the side of their home. About a dozen people attended. They raised about $1,000 and donated it to the Levine Children's Hospital, where Joe received cancer treatments.
I thought that was it, because I thought everybody just came together to help us through a really hard time.
We never started out thinking that's what we were going to do. It was really something to do just to try to ease the pain.
7 years later,
this has morphed into way more than I ever expected.
While the festival gives local filmmakers an opportunity to showcase their work, Diane says they've never forgotten the reason why they started the event.
We use the creativity of film to promote cancer research and clinical trials.
Today, the event attracts hundreds of people and raises about $25,000 annually. Dr. Javier Osterheld specializes in pediatric hematology and oncology at the Levine Children's Hospital. He says donations received from the JoeDance Film Festival goes toward cancer research.
They funded a summer intern where that person worked on mouse sores. It's one of the biggest complications of the chemotherapy we give.
The Restanos are grateful for what they've been able to do so far, making it easier for other cancer survivors.
Not only have Joe's last wishes become a reality, now they're touching the lives of so many, including the caregivers of patients here at the hospital.
Every other month, the Levine Children's Hospital hosts a spa day for the parents and caregivers of children hospitalized here. The Restanos came up with the idea 4 years ago, and with the help of stylists, nail techs, and massage therapists from Modern Salon and Spa, they've continued doing it ever since.
As a parent, I've never been in a situation like this, but to be able to give something of myself to them and make it about them, even for an hour, for them to just relax and have peace and vent if they want to, or just relax and just be here and know that I'm here for them.
Ashley Howell's 5-year-old son, Bryson, needs a heart transplant.
It's nice that they come out and take their time and do it, for us, because we've been in here so long.
Fortunately, she's got her mother's support during this difficult time. Both say getting a little pampering helps ease some of the stress they're facing.
It rejuvenates you. It just makes you feel a lot better, because that's the last thing on your plate that you're going to have to worry about going to get your hair done or anything, a massage or whatever.
As an event coordinator for the Levine Children's Hospital, Carrie Cutin says it can be physically and emotionally draining for parents who spend long periods of time here.
When I see it's about them and I see that they're fulfilled, I feel it. It's in my heart. I've walked out of here with tears in my eyes, because to see a smile on a mom's face that you hadn't seen in months, nothing short of amazing.
Whether it's a spa day or hosting another film festival, the Ristanos say helping others fight cancer is exactly what Joe inspired them to do.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It really is. Hard to put into words. But just to know, and how fortunate were we to have that time so we would know his wishes and we could work towards them.
It certainly has twisted my life around from being the recipient to now wanting to be a giver.
Although nothing replaces the void the Ristanos feel, they take comfort in knowing that the JoeDance Film Festival continues to support cancer research. For Carolina Impact, I'm Tanisha Johnson reporting.
So far, more than $120,000 have been raised and donated to the Levine Children's Hospital from this event. The 8th annual JoeDance Film Festival takes place August 4th and 5th. You can find more information about it on our website at pbscharlotte.org.